Drive. Now, joining us to talk a little bit more about this is a resident of Cape Town, Joy Mburia, a businesswoman, a PhD student. I trust that you can hear me, Joy. Good morning.
Hi, Wahiga. Today.
Good. Many thanks indeed for finding time for us. Can you describe for us an average day in the life of a resident of Cape Town?
I mean, you wake up in the morning and the reality of the water crisis is with us, and we are now down from 87 liters per person per day to 50 liters per day. And that means 2 minutes shower, not 6 minutes shower, 2 minutes shower, 2 liters of water to drink. Just basically making sure that you are sticking to your 50 liters per day, because then you're not, if you're not doing that, then you're not contributing to the overall outcome of the expected day zero. So we are still expecting day zero, which they had until yesterday was in April, but now has been moved to May because agricultural use has dropped down the water usage.
Okay. So what is day zero for the benefit of our audience? What is day zero?
Cape Town, and all of us are going to have to queue to one of the 200 set stations where you have to collect your water, your 25 liters per day of water per person.
Okay, you mentioned day zero. Can you tell us a bit more about what is this day zero? What does it mean?
Day zero basically means the day the dumps right now are at 25%. Day zero means the day they will feel that the water is not enough anymore to go to the residents and to anyone else in Cape Town, and they will just automatically switch off all the taps, and everybody will have to queue on the line. They have got 200 stations where anyone can collect water from one of the 200 stops, and you can only collect 25 liters per person per day. So day zero means the day they will switch off the water. It doesn't mean that that's the day the water will run out of Cape Town. It's the day they feel the water crisis has gone to critical levels, and they only switch off the taps and leaving the tap open to only major hospitals and the CBD for business to keep running. But they will switch off the taps for residences.
My goodness, very worrying. So how have you been forced to adapt? You have a family that you have to take care of. You have to keep your house clean. You need water to live. What sort of changes have you made in your lifestyle?
I mean, it's a very scary experience for us, because you can't imagine not being able to flush toilets and to do laundry. We do laundry here with washing machines. That's basically everyone in Cape Town. And it has meant that we have had to cut down our water usage. For example, I bathed my 2 babies in the same water, and I have to use that same water to flush toilets, or I recycle it to wash the floors, or I recycle it to just do anything else. I've also had to, most of us have had to switch to biodegradable like soap that doesn't affect vegetation or plants like that, but you can use recycled water that you use even for bathing to water our plants, or if you have any gardens outside, which are mostly dry. But it has meant that we also queue for water, drinking water, and we have piled drinking water in the house. Any space that we have now, we have just bought a lot of water to keep storing it, because when day zero arrives, I doubt that the water they're going to be giving us will be safe for drinking. So we are all buying water, and at the moment they don't allow you to buy more than 2 bottles of water per day when you go to the shop. So they only limit everyone to 2 bottles of 5 liters per day. Okay,
just 2 quick questions for you. Do you know how Cape Town got there? How did all this happen? Do you have any idea?
I mean, it's been there's a lot of politics around it, which I will not get into. But the main reason actually has been that for the last, Cape Town has experienced below average rain for the last 3 years, 2015, 2016, and 2017. This has meant 3 successive years of below average rainfall, and nobody really saw it coming. They did anticipate a wetter 2017 and a wetter 2018, which hasn't happened, and that has left the dumps very critical. And this is basically the main reason, actually, you can bring down the main reason to drought in Cape Town.
Okay, fine. Last question. What has this done now for business? I know you're involved in tourism. Cape Town is known. Kenyans love to come to Cape Town, to see the sights. So what does this mean? Do tourists still want to come to a place where they're not sure if they'll have access to water?
I mean, we are also in the tourism business, and we do encourage tourists to come to Cape Town still. The government has done a lot to sensitize tourists coming in on the current water crisis. They've sensitized them everywhere in the airport. You will see alerts on how much water you're allowed to use while in Cape Town. Businesses hotels in the city center or anywhere else, they've removed the cap that holds the bath. So means tourists coming in cannot take a bath. You can only take a 2-minute shower. And they also reminded there's a lot of sensitization going around for tourists coming into Cape Town. I do not think it has critically affected the tourism industry that much. We don't have enough data to quantify how much has been affected of the tourism, but we do still see a lot of tourists coming into Cape Town. Only they are also given a lot of sensitization about the water crisis, and they're told to use the water very carefully. So we do see, I mean, there's definitely a few people we have had about concessions of people canceling their trips to Cape Town here and there, but it's not very critical at the moment.
Okay.
Have learning how to use the water with us, yeah.
Thank you so much, Joy, for finding time to be here with us and to give us that update live from Cape Town. Well, you're watching Citizen Extra. Time now for a quick break. Stay with us.